Okay, so we're going to talk about some special angles. We've talked about them before, but now we want to talk about them in terms of their sine and cosine. So we're going to do a 45-degree angle first. So to explain this, I'm first going to give you a little picture of what's going on. So here's a circle, and then we have this angle. 45 degrees is like halfway between the x-axis and the y-axis in the first quadrant. Okay, so there's 45 degrees. All right, so now think about this triangle here like that. So I'm going to go over here and kind of blow that up. There's the triangle, more or less, and it's a right triangle. We know the radius is 1 because it was on the unit circle, okay? And we know that this is 45 degrees. Okay. Now, because it's a triangle, the three angles have to add up to 180 degrees. You already have 90 degrees right here, so that means the other two angles have to add up to 90 degrees. That means if this angle is 45, then this angle is also 45. Might not look like it, but they're both 45-degree angles. Well, what that means then is it's an isosceles triangle. Oh, I never can spell isosceles. Well, okay, isosceles, something like that. Anyway, it's an isosceles triangle, and so in an isosceles triangle, if two angles are equal, then this side is equal to this side. And I'll go ahead and call the side x, okay? All right, so now if I apply the Pythagorean theorem, I can say, well, x squared plus x squared equals 1 squared. Let me just go over that again, why both sides have the same value. Because it's an isosceles triangle, and so those two angles that are equal, those sides coming up off them, those are both equal. Okay. Anyway, it's a property of isosceles triangles. Okay, so we get the Pythagorean theorem that says this, x squared plus x squared is 2x squared. Divide both sides by 2. Take the square root of both sides. Now, we're going to go ahead and rationalize the denominator, so we mean to multiply by 2 there. So plus or minus the square root of 2 over 2. Now, for a 45-degree angle, you're in the first quadrant, so both x, this is the x and the y, this is the x and the y. They're both going to be positive in the first quadrant. Okay, so what does all that mean? It means that this ordered pair then is the square root of 2 over 2 for the x, right? But it's also the same for the y, square root of 2 over 2. So what does that mean in terms of sine and cosine? Well, the cosine of 45 degrees then is the square root of 2 over 2, and the sine of 45 degrees is the square root of 2 over 2. These are exact values, and we're going to use them a lot. So square root of 2 over 2, 45 degrees. Cosine 45, square root of 2 over 2, sine 45, square root of 2 over 2. Okay, and remember 45 degrees is equal to pi over 4 radians, okay? So I'm going to do these in degrees, but you can apply it to the radian measures as well.